You're listening to IsReal News, 3 daily briefings on the Middle East and on global developments.
From IsReal News, this is a special update for Thursday, April 16th. President Donald Trump says Iran has agreed not to develop nuclear weapons for more than 20 years and has agreed to hand over enriched uranium that was buried underground. Trump says Iran has agreed to almost everything in the negotiations and that another round of talks is expected this weekend. He says if an agreement is reached, he is considering traveling to Islamabad, where the first round of negotiations took place. But Trump also warns that if there is no agreement, the fighting will resume. He says he is not certain the current ceasefire needs to be extended, arguing that Iran is now willing to make concessions it rejected before. In other breaking news, President Trump has announced a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon that will begin at midnight. He says the agreement will include Hezbollah and describes it as the start of what could become a broader peace effort. Trump says he plans to meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the President of Lebanon. He says he hopes the ceasefire can lead to a peace agreement and adds that he may visit Lebanon at the appropriate time. The president also says there has been major progress in talks with Iran. More than 2 hours after Trump's announcement, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu released a recorded statement confirming that he has agreed to what he calls a temporary 10-day ceasefire. Netanyahu says there is now a historic opportunity to pursue peace with Lebanon. He says Israel's conditions remain unchanged. Hezbollah must be disarmed, and any agreement must create what he calls a durable peace based on strength. The Israeli Prime Minister says Hezbollah had demanded a full Israeli withdrawal from Lebanon and a formula of quiet for quiet. Netanyahu says he rejected both demands. He says Israeli forces will remain inside Lebanon in what he describes as an expanded security zone. Hezbollah is rejecting that position. In its first official response, the group says any ceasefire must not allow Israel freedom of action inside Lebanon. Hezbollah says as long as Israeli troops remain on Lebanese territory, Lebanon and its people retain what it calls the right to resist. A Hezbollah source also tells Al Jazeera that the ceasefire must include a complete halt to Israeli strikes across Lebanon and cannot restore the situation that existed before the current fighting began. This has been a special update from IsReal News.
Follow IsReal News for 3 daily briefings. Fast, factual, and to the point.